Man, you listen to me real good. I've told you once, I said it 1,000 times. You get out of those pagan, satanic, religious Christian churches. Christians do not follow the commandments of the Bible. Christians do what they want to do. They make up their own laws, their own rules, and their own regulations. Come out of her, my people, and come out from among them. And it's real simple and easy to ascertain who are these people you need to come out from. Easy. Number one, if they keep Sunday, that's an automatic sign that you need to not have any fellowship with these commandment-breaking, wicked deceivers and seducers and bewitchers of the truth. Simple.
You may be whole, Yahweh, you may be whole. You may be whole.
When a man wants a blanket, you cold, you cold. You want a blanket, get a blanket. You still don't want no blanket, do you? All right. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Friends, foes, enemy, like everybody out there that is on blog, talk, radio, simulcast, and on YouTube, a couple other platforms as well. It's good to have each and every last one of you here tonight tuning in. You know, teacher, ain't we been doing this blog talk thing about 12 years now? 2011. It's a long time, man. We've been doing blog talk. I mean, really, we used to take phone calls all the time, but that got kind of hectic. I think this generation is on something. I don't know. It's got to be in the food. Got to be in the food. Where else could it be? There's something in the food, man. Something's going on, because, boy, these questions nowadays. Well, before we get started, we always give praises, all praises to the Most High Yah in the precious name of Yahshua HaMashiach, Jesus, our Messiah, the soon coming King, who's worthy of all praises. So last night, man, you got to understand that. It was about 8 o'clock, man. During the week, I'm pretty much struggling to stay up because I'm up early anyway. You know, if you're up at 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning, man, by the time 6 o'clock comes, you dodge. I mean, 7 o'clock, well, 8. No, I'm already had hopefully about an hour, at least 30 minutes of sleep by then. So I sit up there and I looked at probably the first 5 minutes of that presidential debate. The first minute. When he first walked out there, I said, who is he waving to? There's no audience out there. I'm like, how y'all doing? What are you doing? And now listen to me. I understand, be the Father's will. And we also know that wicked live a long time. You know what I mean? But be the Father's will that we're going to live out these days like that. The reason why Joe Biden is probably in that situation right there is probably because, I mean, the man probably done too much crack, man. He's going to tell the truth. He's been pushing that pipe too hard up there in Washington. They've been snorting that crack, man, coke, man. I'm serious. Everybody think, listen, I got 3 thoughts running right now. Y'all people think that the gangsters are the people who grew up in your hood that are selling dope on the street, run around with a gun that they don't know how to use, but somehow they hit the target, though. Showing gold teeth. Like you mad as hell. I don't know what the hell's going on. That's what y'all think gangsters is. Gangsters are politicians that wear 2-piece suits. They're called lawmakers today. Love sending your children out to war. By the way, you do know that they're going to have everybody from 18 to 26 automatically included. Whether you sign up or not, you automatically included in selective service. And they're going to make it mandatory that the women are signed up for selective service by 2025. And then you get the women start complaining. I'm like, wait a minute, don't y'all believe in all this equality? You'll get women, they knowing they're getting ready to go to war, right? And they're not going to the heat of the battle. It's just being overseas. You follow me? You never know if Garrison's going to get run over, bombed, or anything. You just can't predict it. You follow me? But they normally go to war, so you know what they do? They go out and get knocked up, and then they can have an option to get out of the military. They used to do that on military base. They go get pregnant real quick, fast, in a hurry, boy, so they can't deploy. So what if a man get a woman pregnant? Do we get the same options? Nope. You get on over there. You fight for this country. So much for equality, huh? Everybody wants equality until it's your neck on the line. It's sad, but I'm not laughing at the man because he's feeble. It's obvious. Nobody. Why you want to hold on to power like that long? He ain't did nothing the 40-something years he's been in office any damn way with the Congress. Why in the world would you want to hold power that long? You know what I mean? What, you ain't doing it? 80 years old, man, go somewhere up in Delaware and sit on the side of the ocean, man, and eat peanut butter and jelly sandwiches or something, man. What? Come on, man. What are you doing 81 years old? And you talking about you going to run for president again. You didn't run the first time. Somebody else ran for you. Y'all see that debate last night, though? This thing was over with before again, first 30 seconds. I looked over and looked at Trump when he got to ask him a question. He went off on Medicaid, went off on COVID, and circled back around. And he got I know one thing, them Democrats in the media, boy, they roasted him. Only one problem. If Biden doesn't want to step out of office, he ain't going nowhere. You just can't sit a sitting president down. He is their nominee. You understand what I mean? Now, if he chooses to step aside, it's supposed to be Kamala Harris in there. But, if somebody else want to come up and contend for the office, they can do it. The only Democratic hope that they have is Gavin Newsom. That witch of a man out in California. That's the only one they got. And people, they get on me because they think I'm a Republican. No, I'm a righteous. When I talk about politics, I talk about what's right. And you go. You know what I seen just about 2 hours ago? Donald Trump. Oh, he really done galvanized the conservative base now. They said, man, don't you know you're the most popular man in the world? He said, no, I ain't either. He said, I am not the most popular man in the world. The boss is. The boss, he said, yeah, Jesus Christ. Boy, they ignited the crowd. Yeah. He said, I know I ain't supposed to say it, but I'm saying it anyway. I said, you just got to finish get another 5% more people in vote. And politicians will say anything, won't they? Last night I noticed, I said, look, I told Carol, I said, look, you know, fix his hair. He got a different hairdo. He had a different hairdo last night. But I'm going to ask y'all, since nobody else wants to hear from the Israelites but Israelites, are y'all doing better under Biden or under Trump? Trump. See, it's you can't even fight it. The other day, I went up here to the health department. I went up there to ask them a question, where do you go to get a voter registration? Right? And I was like, damn, if I want to come in here and get in line, I can't get in line. All the immigrants, man, they got appointments, and they filled up to the door, and you ain't got nowhere to sit down. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't blame people for trying to better themselves in life. You only get one life anyway. You understand what I mean? And People don't understand that. People trying to better themselves because where they at. Hey, you got people coming from Ecuador, Panama. Are you following me? Chile and Colombia. I mean, these people are trekking great miles. How in the world do they eat all that time? They're paying these coyotes, two-legged coyotes, a lot of money. We got a mess in here. Now we got New York has got a real big problem. They are raping. They're already doing it anyway in Central Park, but they are literally raping women in broad daylight in Central Park. You can literally walk down the park and see somebody getting raped, and people just keep walking like ain't nothing happened. You don't believe me? Go check it out. Like ain't nothing happened. Just think it. Just thank God it ain't them. Think about that for a second. What kind of world do we end up in? What, huh? And then I look at where we are today, and all the infinite wisdom of y'all. Y'all do know that living in common unity and having these communities that it's been done and tried many, many times before, but not like the way Straitway is doing it. Ain't been done like that. And you think about this. Every time somebody did make an attempt, Satan already had somebody lifted up and raised up to speak against it. One of the biggest problems is with a lot of these communities is that like, you know, like these people, first thing people go, oh, that old Waco and that. Or do I look like Waco? Oh, Jim Jones. Both of them were white men that were acting batshit crazy. What was the name of them guys, man? They was gonna go catch Comet Hellbop, man, and they fed them a bunch of. They had on Nike shoes and stuff, and they all drank that poison. Remember that guy? What was the name of that cat, man? The old white man. You remember when he was gonna go and they were all gonna jump on Comet Hellbop? Y'all was probably before y'all was born on this one. It was recent though, in the early 2000s. They all drank poison and stuff because they was gonna die and go catch Hellbop. And this preacher's telling you, you better get a firearm. You better become very proficient on it. You better train. And people get mad at me for telling them that. Get your ass out there and train. Just carrying a gun ain't good enough. Go through some active scenarios. But I'm the cult leader. Since when does a cult leader arm their people? And literally gets into their rear end for not training. Not doing the things you should be doing. And that's the other way around, isn't it? And even the women, y'all too. All the women should have a firearm. They should know the firearm safety rules. They should know it. They should have respect for it. Yes, sir. So we're watching this society right here go from bad to worse. And now we got people out there telling you don't have to be on no community. You don't have to be on no community. Don't go ahead. You don't have to obey the Bible. You don't. I know that's what the Father showed me in the book. Matter of fact, we're going to hit that again tonight anyway. So we can solidify what Yah says and not what people come up with and what they say. Because there's a lot of people that try to move y'all from Yah. I'm serious. I remember when I had this enter into my mind, a community, I think it was 1993. Yeah, because I left there in 94. I'd already had some time in the apostolic church. Then Bishop said, ain't going to work. I said, ain't nobody tried. Nobody tried. I ain't knowing about all this stuff. Nobody worked with it. I know one thing is where y'all led me. And to make sure, and I definitely wasn't, nobody was not contributing to the cause either. I wouldn't get no donations. Nobody would give us nothing. Wouldn't give me nothing. What are you going to do? I don't save some money and buy some land. What you gonna do? Just go out there and live out on the OK Corral? Yep. Get away from y'all. Well, and the ones that criticize you the most is the one that ain't doing nothing.
Yes. That's true.
I worked 3 jobs for a short stint. Then I worked 2 jobs, and I kept on stacking money. Kept on stacking money. Then I met him. And his wife, first wife, left him too. Can you imagine going? All we're doing is just meeting in a living room and in a basement. And we turn a basement into a little sanctuary at somebody's home. He comes home one day. They done kicked the traces on him. Wife and took the children there. They kicked the traces on him. Dog, he just had a newborn son. How old was it Sebastian?
Joshua.
How old was Joshua when they left?
3 months old.
3 months old. Now you think about how much anguish and pain it is for a man just had a 3-month-old son. That stuff right there, man, make a man want to go out and do something to somebody.
Yeah.
You got 3 children. See, that's only in America. And that's why you don't see me going, hey, I'm usually for men when they're fighting for their family because the family belongs to the man. Y'all hear that?
Yes, sir.
The children belong to the man. It's just at the time, Teacher Shane just got filled with the baptism of the Holy Spirit, man. He's serving y'all, keeping the commandments, and hey, he kept on trucking.
Hallelujah.
Like Paul said, I count all things but loss. Every bit of it. And dung. Most people ain't never had these experiences. Y'all think that y'all brand new experience in all this stuff. We done had these rodeos long before y'all. I'd had run-ins on with the DCS. I wasn't even on the community had run in with the DCS. You know, people can accuse you of some of the most outlandish things, and them boogers will sit up and follow up some nonsense like that.
Yes, sir.
I had a couple of rodeos with them. I know how to handle them. Better believe it. Dad Dowell show you how to handle them too. We had some DCS come across. Yeah, a DCS woman and the sheriff patrol. They just actually drove right through the gate. And Dad Dowell was sitting on the front porch. And they said, well, we looking for such and such so-and-so. Dad Dowell said, get out the gate. Did you hear what we said? We looking for such so-and-so. Dad Dowell reached over there, grabbed his shotgun. That deputy jumped in that damn car. Backed up right outside that gate. And we never heard nothing from them again. You know why? They want to live too. That was Dad Dowell. And Dad Dowell is notorious. He's known for shooting folk and getting shot. Yeah, Dad Dowell died with a bullet, half a stomach and half a thumb, and a bullet in his back. Dad Dowell OG, man. He's straight up OG. Straight up. Oh, him and his brothers. Straight up OG, man. They shot him in the back, man, and boy, his brothers, man, they beat that guy to about an inch of his life. Damn near killed him. And Dad Dowell, soon as he had his eyes open in the hospital, I was a little bitty baby at the time. Man, as soon as he opened his eyes, he says, get off this bed. I'm going to get him. That's where that fire come from, bro. It's just in the blood. And old Dad Dowell, boy, sure do miss him, man. Y'all ever met my dad before? Dad Dowell was all right though, wasn't he? I'm telling y'all, talk to some of you folks, man. My dad was, man, Dad Dowell was all right. He was. Love Jesus too. Man, do you love Jesus? So then Teacher Shane, he came on, started helping, and rather than taking all the nobody giving tithes and offering but me and Carol. So what we gonna do? We just kept stacking money. Bought some community, bought the land. Started looking around, came across another few places, man, that was doing the same thing. I didn't know nothing about no Amish Mennonite. Why don't Amish Mennonites ever get scrutinized like we do? You know, if y'all notice, whenever you go out into these rural areas like Walmart and Dollar General stores or Walgreens or whatever it is, you see them women wearing them teacups over the back of their head. And when you watch these people, nobody says nothing. You know the reason why I don't say nothing about them? Because they're white. It's only when black folks start being holy that everybody go batshit crazy. That's when it's a threat. Yeah, it is.
I mean,
they don't say nothing. They smile at them. We got a place up here called Hotbeggars. People travel for hundreds of miles to come and see Hotbeggars. If we was open up a store right here, it'll go bankrupt before we even get it. Shh. It'll be over with. You can't even get Negroes to come. Nobody gonna support what they call the cult, and they in the greatest cult of the world, the cult of lies. Did y'all see that video that I did when I was talking about? Now we keep the commandments, but they don't, but they all right. We keep Passover, they keep Easter. So who's really serving y'all? You understand what I mean? If you do the acid test, we obedient, but we don't want to get scrutinized. Supposed to. It's a wicked world. So we bought this land. I'm gonna put that video. I'm gonna repost that video up again that somebody made of the 20. At that time, it was what, 25 years that we were here. 25 years. They showed from the one time we stepped out on this soil up to the point where we at right now. That's a good video. It's a really good video, man. Let you know it's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. Whole lot of labor, whole lot of work, man. Running for Yahshua for a long time and ain't tired yet. He was the first one born out here. How old are you, son?
21.
21 years old. He's the first child born out here on this land. They call us cult then too. And that's everything you do with cult. I said, man, we need to start embracing this word cult, man. If a rock band name cult, y'all go buy these shirts. See how tall this world is, man? I mean, it's crazy, man. So Kabir, he started making shirts called Culture, and he highlights cult. Huh? It's just a beautiful thing. And yeah, man, we've had a lot of people come and a lot of people go. We just talking about that the other day. This is, how many people we come out here we teach? 40, 50? Can you imagine that? And within a matter of a few years. So anyway, let me see, we have Dad Dowell and Deacon Gaston. They're the only two originals that's in the grave. When I say original, I'm talking about at the first inception, before we even got out here. And so the only ones that are left is Teacher Shane, myself, Deacon Bell, Mama Dowell, and Mother Carol. That's it. That's all that is left from original Straitway. Now we had some people come in a few years later. You know, a year later, like Diane and Elder Doug and Sister Barb and Mama Vicky and all of them. They've been here. All of them been over here well over 23, 24 years. I'm talking about when we first started this thing. There was nobody but us. That's it. Oh, that's it. That is it. That's all that's left. Y'all miss anybody?
That's all it's living.
Yeah. 5 living and 2 buried up there in the ground where their bodies are in the ground.
Yeah.
Sure is. And you can go back and look at videos, see me. Man, my hair looked just like y'all's at one time. I know it's hard to believe. It looks just like y'all, man. At this time I didn't have no gray hair at all in me. Majority of all my gray hair's down here, though. Teacher Shane ain't hardly got none. He married again, so it's coming. Hallelujah.
Amen.
I'm sorry, man. The book just said when you get married, you're going to have trouble in the flesh. It's like, what are y'all supposed to do? Y'all going to trump that?
No, this is real. Life.
Says, look, man, when you get married, don't be bitter against your wife.
That's true.
You know the reason why I told you that? Because you're going to be bitter. Because they're going to do things to make you bitter. Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. No, I know. Go ahead. Go ahead. You know better than the writers. You know better than it. Go ahead on with your bad self. I just know what the book says. Women are wicked. Period. I saw among 1,000, and I found one man. One man out of 1,000. At least we got hope. You get 100,000 men. Guess what? You have 100 righteous men. But a woman, I find out. You can have 100,000 women and you still don't find a righteous woman. Think about that for a second. And you know the reason why? Because a woman's salvation is tied to her husband. Well, we need to know Jesus. You better know Jesus. You better get filled with the Holy Spirit. But I'm telling you right now, you better go read the instructions of what it says. Let's go to Ephesians over here and hit this real quick. There must be something we need to be reminded of. Here we go. Because you know people, they don't want to fool with this one. Chapter 5. They don't want to fool with this one, but we're gonna fool with it. This is another one of these taboo things right here. But this is stuff that needs to be in the women's mind and the men's mind. Because you can't have a successful community or ministry without successful families. Did you hear me?
Yes, sir.
So that's why over the years, we've learned how to do this thing and do it right. And again, people come and people go. Are they not teaching?
Oh, yes.
We said, I mean, people, you ever left anything in the world? Have y'all ever left anything? Yeah, you have. You left jobs. You left relationships. Yes, you did. See what I mean? So was you wrong when you left? See what I mean? No, but whenever Pastor Dowell Straitway do something, it's always wrong. It's always wrong. Everything is always wrong. Amazing, isn't it? Ephesians 5:22. Read. Listen to the book.
Wives, submit.
What?
Submit.
Man. Ooh. Let's go ahead and get some strongs up in here. And you know that's going to really mess them up right there. That word submit. That means to subordinate. And then the next word goes to obey. I remember I told Carol grandma. I use that word obey. We don't talk like that around here. I said, look at this damn devil. You know, they kind of tolerated me. They didn't really like me because there was a bunch of women that had mouth, and I wasn't putting up with it. I don't give a damn if I am sitting right here. You ain't gonna talk to me like you could talk to them like that. You can talk to me like that. I can easily just walk right out of this house. I'm not going to disarm disrespect. I can walk right out of this house, but you are not going to talk to me the way you talk to the rest of these emasculated, viscerated men. You remember my other grandmama, daddy's mama? They tried to bring this little preacher over here that was going to so-called preach to me and teach a shame. We lit him up, didn't we? We lit his ever-loving rear end up, man. Y'all shut up, man. You got to be kidding me. This is the preacher? Oh, man. Y'all better go get out here and look at these, what they call these labor pages out here. You can find somebody you can hire for a preacher. You better get somebody else because this guy don't know what the hell he's talking about. I said, poor grandmama. Boy, they got y'all, don't they? They just got y'all. Hook, line, and sinker. They can tell you anything. They got you. To be under obedience. To put under. To subdue. To be in subjection. To submit self unto. Trying to help save y'all soul line. Read on. Watch this one.
Wives, submit yourselves unto your own husband as unto Yah.
Well, see, but it has a different oomph to it when you stop at that comma. Wives, submit yourself. Wives, stop. So who's it directing it to?
Wives.
Submit yourself to your own husband, then it stop. That's what the comma is. That means a slight pause. Why? Because it's getting ready to go off into, and this ain't a prepositional phrase either. This is just straight up.
Yeah.
As unto the Lord. What? He ain't the Lord. Nobody told you to put your 2-cent worth in. It's giving you direction on what you need to do. So do you talk to the Lord the way you talk to your husband? No, I don't, but you do. Y'all hear me? That's why Israel ain't strong today, because we don't have no strong families. Now we have strong families. I'm using that as a figure of speech. I'm just saying people just don't want to obey nothing about this word right here. Their emotions, their feelings, and everything else has done captivated them. It means more to them than the truth of God's word. Now the instruction says why. And hey, they didn't just get this just over here in Ephesians 5. All this is written about in the Torah. The instructions is written about in the Torah over and over again. Then watch this. Next verse.
For the husband is the head.
Well, we are coexisting.
Head.
We're kind of in a community home.
Head.
We are equal partners sharing in duties and responsibilities.
Husband is the head.
Now, Christ is the head, the Messiah is the head, right? And body, we are the body. Anything that's got more than one head on top of a body, there's got to be something demonic. There's got to be. Or if it ain't demonic, it's got to be something supernatural. That the Most High Y'all's done created stuff like that. And that ain't us. Y'all hear me? That is definitely ain't us. So the husband is the head of the wife. Watch this.
Even as Messiah.
Now, what? See, now what that means is on the same level. Y'all hear that? On the same level as the Messiah is the what?
Is the head of the assembly.
So just like the Messiah is the head of the assembly, so is the husband the head of his wife. And watch this. And he goes on to say, and
he is the Savior.
There we go.
Of the
So
body.
don't sit up and tell me I'm talking in tongues. Your salvation is tied to your obedience and submission to your husband. Why? Because everybody's going to be judged on their role. You know how many women are on their way to hell because they were disobedient to their husband? And then out of the same mouth they say, but we love you, Messiah. Messiah going to say, open up the books. Open up the books. Did you ever read this before? And ain't nobody going to be running from the thoughts and intents. Because the Messiah knows your thoughts. And he got us all pegged. If anything, he's going to wonder why. Why did not you obey my word? Why did you trust in the Lord? I will trust in the Lord. I will trust in the Lord till I die. Well, you ain't never died then, did you?
Oh.
You're supposed to be dying daily, so you ain't died, did you?
Oh.
You lying hypocrite, you deceived, thief, and murderer. Why are you calling me a murderer? You're offending one point, you guilty of them all.
Yes.
See what I'm talking about? Wise guys. Read on.
Therefore,
That's what?
as the assembly
Is what?
is subject unto Messiah,
Mm-hmm.
so let the wives be to their own husbands
in
in everything.
some things.
Everything.
When he get his act together.
Everything.
Not the things he don't tell me.
Everything.
I get to pick and choose when he makes the level of righteousness. And that's something. And what?
Everything.
He didn't tell you to be judged. He told you to submit yourself to your own husbands in what?
Everything.
Some of the things.
Everything.
And how many of you going to defy that? And one day, you're going to leave your home in that rebellion, and you thought there's going to be like every other day. You're going to ride down the road. Next thing you know, you dead on your way to eternity. And you died in transgression and sin against your husband and against y'all. You just got finished rebelling against him the night before. You didn't obey the instruction says, let not the sun go down on your wrath. No, you're too prideful. Standing your ground, holding your ground. See what I'm talking about? You know, tell me this ain't this generation. I was looking at on YouTube. It's ending up in my feed, man. You know, women are mad at men today because don't nobody want to marry. No, I'm saying that. I'm like,
Yeah.
am I really truly looking at this stuff for real? Am I? And then you look at the woman. She ain't got to say a word. Just look at the picture. You already got to figure it out. God, I wouldn't want to marry you either. Let me tell y'all young boys something. Whenever y'all look for a woman, y'all look for one that's bare feet and got a bone in her nose. And nappy head.
Come on.
No, she's submissive. Don't go out there for these dang Barbie dolls. You go look for one with a meek and quiet spirit. Don't look for these. No. These good looking ones are the worst ones. You look for that one. Get them comely. Get them what they call them bland type of women. She ain't good looking and she ain't ugly. You be safer with a 4'5". No, I'm telling y'all the truth.
You are?
You safer with a 4'5".
You are.
One that would obey you, love you, submit to you, honor you, and not dishonor you in her pride.
Come on.
Y'all know I'm the only few preachers. I'm the only one of the few preachers that are left here on this earth to even approach these subjects. Now, this is true focus on the family. See, it don't give you no stipulations if your husband met the condition. I just told you what to do. Y'all gonna take care of the husband. I said and watch y'all kill men in this ministry because they wouldn't get their ass right.
True.
I saw him flat out make widows out of women real quick.
True.
Bye. Boy, if you knew the stuff that I knew. Tell a wise man though, it ain't. You don't have a need to know everything that goes on. You can't even handle your own life. What are you gonna do if you have more information on somebody else when you having trouble with your own?
That is so real.
This is nonsensical, man. Think about this. Everybody want to put themselves and sit in the seat of judgment. Man, you better learn how to judge yourself first. No, I'm saying ain't nothing wrong with a pretty girl. Everybody want a pretty girl. I'm telling you, you watch all these men. First thing they do, what about that one or that one? And they all pick the pretty. They won't pick that one that's meek, modest, humble, submissive, ain't flaunting herself. No, they don't want that. They don't want that. They want that. Ooh. That's flesh. That's flesh. Well, Pastor, now let's see if you say, because all your Ishas are good looking. Damn skippy they are. Y'all had mercy on me. What am I supposed to do? Y'all's the one that's giving them.
Yeah.
Hallelujah.
I mean,
Just listen to the old wise man. All right. Read on, teach. Watch this.
Husbands, love your wife.
Oh, boy, they really want to get up on that one now. You're supposed to love. Well, before we even got to love, that was 3 verses of instruction.
Yeah.
And the first thing it does is deal with the woman. Why? Y'all learned that in the garden.
Yeah. Come on.
I know who will be the problem is in the family. The woman is. Yeah, see, look at you. You bell chauvinist pig. Don't call me unclean.
Come on.
Think about that. Husband's love, that means agape. Agapeo. Agapeo. To love in a sense of moral sense, you can try to compare it to over. In other words, you're supposed to be fond of your wife. Read on.
Even as Messiah also loved the assembly.
That's the same agape. Now there's a phileo and there's agape and agapeo. We ain't gonna touch on all that right now. We'll get to that later because then I'll divert and I'll be way over here in another field. But that love is the same way that what do you mean Messiah? Well, he loved him. Did he not? Then I just got finished quoting, and nobody ever paid attention to this. Did not Jesus love Judas?
Yes, he did.
Say everybody, did he not love him to the end?
Yes.
Did he not know Judas before Judas even betrayed him?
Yes, he did.
Yes.
Did he not love him?
Yes, he did.
Y'all seeing that? He loved him. And that's the same way you're supposed to love your wife. Same way. It didn't tell you love your wife based on conditions. We got all kinds of scriptures tell if she don't go as you have her to, as you would have her to go, put her away from you. You don't never want to hear. They don't never want to hear that quoted. Not in the Christian church. You know, you don't think of all these people out here that have all this so-called monopoly on truth, and they so bold and they slam on pulpits and stuff. I'm just a little small fry. What do you got to lose, man, by debating me in the subject? What's the problem? They tough, real tough, boy. Until they punk card get pulled. All of a sudden, nope. So you know what I finally do after you can't get somebody and they don't, never mind, just move on. MoveOn.org. Y'all notice I done left off Geno Jennings because he ain't gonna do nothing. He put out the edict. Bye, Geno. Y'all hardly ever hear me talk about Geno. I let him alone. Come on, Geno. Now, anytime, Geno, you feeling it, come on. Don't quit debating drunks and Muslims. Let's get some real scholarly men up in here. Read on.
Even as Messiah also loved the church, the assembly, and gave himself for it.
And what did he do? He gave himself for it. That means you're supposed to be able to give yourself for your wives. That's right. And of course, then we open up another can of worm because everybody that reads these passages of scripture, they read it from a monogamous mindset. See, when it tells me, husband, love your wife. I mean, love your wives. That's plural, right? It says husband, love your wives. They got a lot of grammar messed up in this English vernacular too. Y'all see me bringing that all the time. So I take it in my condition. So I have to love them all. See what I mean? You don't get to pick no favorites. The command is to love. The command is to love. By the way, I'm glad you came in here. You can look how the Israelites up at Straitway treat our radios. That thing probably been through rain, snow, winter, sleet, spring, summer, winter, fall, floods, typhoons, hurricanes, and everything. Look at it. It ain't working no more, but that's how they treat their radios. And you know what it is? It probably came from somebody who left the community. This is a $500 radio. It's a $500 radio. That's how we treat our radio. This is what when we own community. We want to put that out there. Throw me that radio over. This is what one is taken care of look like. See it? It was really nice, don't it? Good radios, too. Read on, where we at?
Verse 26.
Thanks, babe. That he might what?
That he might sanctify
That he might set it apart
and
cleanse it.
with the washing of water by the word.
All right, read on.
That he...
Wait. Washing of the water by the what?
The word.
How many of y'all men spend time washing y'all issues with the word? I mean, don't no man want no stinky woman. When you gonna wash them? See, 1 minute the wife is pointing the finger to the husband, the next minute the husband pointing the finger to the wife, and ain't nobody doing that duty. Why you gotta wash it with the word? Same way we gotta be washed with the word.
Yes.
Don't we want to be cleansed?
Yes, sir.
Amen.
She wants to be cleansed too. I mean, y'all done figured out that they so much of the weaker vessel that even when they give them resistance, they don't even know it.
True.
Y'all figured that out yet?
That's true.
And now you gotta be long suffering.
Yes.
You gotta be kind. You gotta be gentle. You gotta be all this stuff until you gotta meet all those conditions before you rise up.
Yes, sir. Very much.
Shut up. Read on.
That he might present it to himself a glorious assembly, not having spot or wrinkle or any such thing.
Isn't that gonna be something we get to Shemaim, man, and we up there in judgment, and then one of the things that Most High gonna ask us is, "Oh man, you doing pretty good behind your wife." Oh, well, did you reprove her? Nope, she rebelled. You correct her? Nope, you too chicken, right? Where's she at? Well, she ain't appearing because of you. You wouldn't wash her with my word. Blame shifting, pointing the finger, put forth the finger, because. Never mind. Read.
But that it should be holy
It should be what? Set apart.
and without blemish.
That's how the Messiah wants the assembly. Come on.
So ought men to love their wives as their own bodies.
Oh, so now we know the reason why a lot of you don't love your wife, because you don't love yourself. I remember I preached a sermon on that, boy. They wanted to run me up out of that pulpit. Love your wife as you love yourself. Boy, you talking about magnify you, magnify you, magnify. They never heard that before. That's a good teaching, I guess.
It is.
Yeah, it's your own self. Don't sit up and tell me, well, I can't stand her, so you can't stand yourself. And she wicked, so are you. If you ain't reproving, rebuking, correcting to remove all these wrinkles. What's the best way to remove wrinkles? Don't give me this shit where you just stand it up on the damn clothes hanger and spray it with the new modern technology. Old school is the way you remove wrinkles, you turn up the heat. And then you press it. Oh, never mind. You know what I'm talking about? You got to go back to the old past, man. You can't do this. They got this stuff out here today. This is how you remove a wrinkle. You hang it up. And then they got little steamers. Then they got this stuff. You just spray it on there. And then over a few minutes, you'll watch them fall out. I'll be saying, what kind of witchcraft is that? You know what I mean? I don't know you're going to spray something wet on something. It's going to remove a wrinkle. And then it's dry. I'm like, stuff don't make no sense. What happened to the old school iron?
Come on.
You don't get that out. Got a little steamer, push the button. What happened to that? I think we ought to boycott cell phones and go back to rotary dial phones.
Come on.
You know why? Today, people ain't got enough, they ain't got enough patience to dial on them phones. It will cut out a lot of this phone call. Because, boy, you ever make a mistake on a rotary dial? Can you imagine you one number to get ready to connect and you hit the wrong number and click? Just as soon as you do a little bit like it, hang up, start all over again. Can you imagine that? You people ain't got the patience to sit there and wait for it to go back. Them things will teach you some patience. To sit there, now everything. Bring back the rotary dial phone. Read on.
He that loves his wife
Love what?
loves himself.
Woo! You hear that? So I know I love myself because I love my wives. Love my Ishas. Oh, Pastor, you said wives. That's just, actually, that's not even a word in the Hebrew called wives. It's called Isha. And when you look at, there's no such thing as wives in the writings, in the Torah. They may be in your English translation, but it's woman. That's my woman. That's my woman. That's my woman. That's my woman. I do that because I got people balking on the other side of the camera. Sometimes when I do it, I'm like, whoa, you can feel spirits come across this camera. That's why you see me respond sometimes. You can feel these spirits. You're like, whoa, look at that. Let's go over here to 1 Peter, man. Then we're going to move on. Chapter 3, man. Ain't too many people in there. See, we still have the same amount of people, if not more, in the chat room. So why ain't y'all in there hollering, screaming, and shouting, and thank you, Jesus, for this sound teaching? Somebody say, thank y'all for being heterosexual.
Hallelujah. Thank you.
You know why? Because you wouldn't be here without us. You see, they do. See, Pastor, there you go. There you go again. What do you mean, there go? It's true. Yeah, for real. 1 Peter chapter 3, verse 1. Come on with it, teach.
Likewise, you wives.
Now, why did it just start off like that? Likewise. Let's go back over to chapter 2, see if it's trying to chain us to something. For you were as sheep gone astray, but now you return unto the shepherd and bishop of your souls. Nope, no connection. So it must have been a thought. He must have been in mid-thought when he was writing this. It's 1 Peter, ain't the second letter. It's the 1 Peter. 1 Peter. So likewise. All right, likewise is the word similar. You wives being what? Subjection to what?
Be in subjection to your own husbands.
You hear that? Now, one minute tells you to submit. Now I tell you to be in subjection to your own husband. Now, subjection, it's the same exact Greek word as submit. Same word. To subordinate, to obey, to be under obedience, to subdue, to make subject, submit yourself unto. See, I know I'm a good wife. What women forget is that men are also wives too. We're also Ishas too, to the Messiah. Because we're part of the assembly. Because I obey him. He never has no trouble with me. Whatever you say. I read it that. I don't need, you don't have to sit down and explain nothing to me and everything. You've already washed me by your blood. I'm good. I have a spirit of obedience on me. And I'm trying to outdo all my sister wives. I'm trying to make sure that all eyes on me by my obedience. Instead of being in competition with each other, how about how to out-submit each other? That's called healthy competition. Oh, never mind. See, they're going to start in. See, there you go again. Look at it. Look at it from the detour. No, I'm on point. So likewise, you wives, be subjected to your own husband, if any obey not the word, that they may what?
Maybe without the word.
Without the word, without you preaching, without you teaching. That's without the word. They may be what?
Be won.
By what?
By the conversation.
Conversation is a very interesting word. It don't even go and give all, it only gives you one word for conversation. You know how you're going to win your husband? By your behavior. If you masculine, you ain't going to win. That's conduct unbecoming of a woman that's supposed to be subordinate. Y'all get this? Your behavior. A good. A woman of a meek and quiet spirit is of great price in the sight of Yah. Chaste keeper at home. Submissive. In subjection. Agreeable. Are you following me? And your desire shall be to your husband. He shall rule over you. Go ahead and fight with Yah. I'm going to make sure I give y'all something to fight about. I'm going to give you an opportunity to sin here tonight by preaching the word. Be instant in and out of season. Read on.
While they behold your chaste conversation coupled with fear.
You hear that? A modest woman does have a chaste conversation just by the way she carries herself. Coupled with fear. Come on.
Whose adorning, let it not be that outward adorning.
Here we go.
Of the plaiting of the hair,
Mm-hmm.
and of wearing of gold,
Uh-huh.
and on of apparel.
Uh-huh.
But let it be the hidden man of the heart.
You know what? If we was to write this in modern day time, let it not be the woman that shaves her head bald and put on a wig. Let it not be the woman who plucks out her eyebrows and paint on some eyebrows. Let it not be the woman whose skin is wrinkly and you go get Botox. Let it not be adding on these bat wing eyelashes. Y'all hear me?
Yes,
Think about, man, baby tan women up. You ain't content with your hair. You ain't content with your fingernails. You ain't content with your toenails. You ain't content with nothing, man. And then when you ain't satisfied with your breasts, you ain't satisfied with your ass, so you got to fill them up with fillers and extra. You got to fill up all them compartments. You got to expand all them. You got to paint your toenails, paint your fingernails. You look in the mirror, and then when that ain't good enough, then you can change the color of your eyes by putting on different color contexts. I mean, I'm just, man, you poor women, man. Y'all don't think that Satan is real? Why ain't he tormenting men like that? Huh? You don't think it's talking about insecurity? Man, Satan is ravishing y'all. You know that a woman, she wants to really truly look good, but she only supposed to look good for her husband.
Hallelujah.
She ain't supposed to be looking good for everybody out there to be gawking at and everything. No, she's supposed to be looking good for her husband. The way some of y'all women dress and act and move, y'all actually are trying to provoke a man unto jealousy, which that judgment is going to be against you. Because if he gets a spirit of jealousy up on him because of you, it ain't going to fare well with you. You're the one going to judgment. Y'all homework, read Numbers chapter 5. See, people don't know y'all like they think they do. They don't know him. Think about that. Out here secretly trying to put your scent and your look out for another man. Women do shit like that. That's why it's called what it said, evil and Evil and
Adulterous.
evil and
Adulterous.
you think adultery is just a physical act?
No.
It says having eyes full of adultery that cannot cease from sin. Don't that ain't what it says?
Yes.
Man, y'all better wake up. Instead of fearing y'all with what you can say out here, say, I have done nothing. You made yourself clean. You better clean that inward man. I told you, y'all's eyes is 1,000 times brighter than the sun. You better clean that inner man. You better clean that heart. Well, I ain't doing nothing. How many times do y'all sure answer people's thoughts? He would tell them, this is what you're thinking, and this is why you're accused. This is what you're thinking, this is why you're sinning. How does he know our thoughts? I mean, he made you. You ain't too complicated to him. See what I'm talking about? Read on, watch this one.
But let it be the hidden man of the heart.
What kind of man?
Hidden
Of what?
of the heart.
Which
in
what?
which is not corruptible.
Come on.
Even the ornament.
All this is instruction to the woman. What are you supposed to be ornament or covered with? Oh yeah, arrayed with. Gold, pearls, costly array, earrings, nose rings, even at that. See, when that ain't enough, they tattoo the hell out of you. That ain't enough, they pierce the shit out of you. And all this, vanity. I just the other day, man, I saw some young actors look very well. 10 years later, they look like some gargoyles. Because all of the piercings and the tattooing, all on the side of their face, and they pierce here, little horns up in here, implanting horns. You ain't got to have horns to be a devil.
True.
Totally disfigured. Going out getting their teeth shaved pointed. And as that's right, you can't ask him because he's already in hell. I was gonna say you can't ask Alistair Crowley because he's already in hell. What he say on his dying bed? Something's wrong. So he thought he served Satan all this time and he was gonna get a lifetime of eternity full of ease and stuff. Something wrong. Something wrong is something. No, something's right. You get exactly what you deserve. Hell. Have you ever read that book or heard of that book? What's the name of those people? Not the agnostics, not the atheists. There's another name for them. What Ash's granddad is?
A deist?
A deist. Deist. Never heard that? You remember what the definition of a deist is? Best as you can.
Like they believe anything should be wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got it? You remember? You know what it
I'm
is?
pretty sure they believe that there's a God, but they don't know who he is or what he is or whatnot. Yeah.
They got a book out there, The Death of Deists, on their deathbed. Man, they screaming, hollering, talking about get me out of this flame, and they sitting right here on this earth. Body sitting right here, soul going down. Better take heed, Israel. I'm telling you, man, a lot of these people, they're going the wrong way. Read on.
Even the ornament
of a what?
of a meek and quiet spirit, which in the sight of Yah, of great price.
The sight of Yah is a what?
Great price.
Great price. What's in the sight of Yah, great price? A meek.
Quiet.
Let's go look at that word meek. You know, we need to really define that. Primary word, mild. Humble. Meek. I know this is the watered down version. I gotta go get my Strongs back there that I done thumped so many times it's falling apart. The glue is coming apart from it, man. You know they done sanitized Strongs? Did y'all hear me? They have literally sanitized Strongs. Over the years, they have Strongs today don't mean the same meanings that they did in the 1800s and 1700s. Meek and quiet. Damn. How the hell you use sedentary for quiet? Am I reading wrong? To keep one seat, sedentary. By implication, still and undisturbed. No, it means what it says. So they put all that in front of peaceable and quiet. Am I kidding? That's why it's good to define all these words. But the scripture is going to go on even greater to show you, or the writing is going to go on and show you what the intent of this is. Read.
For after this manner, in the old time, holy women also,
a set of women, set apart women in the old time. Come on.
who trust,
That's the word right there. Who did what?
trusted,
Who trusted. Who trusted. Who had confidence. Who confided. Who had hope. Who trusted. Nope. Expect, confide, hope, and trust. Who trusted in Yah. What did they do?
adorn themselves.
See, a woman, you'll never be as beautiful as you are today. Matter of fact, the best you ever going to be in all of eternity is when you adorn yourself to be in subjection to your own husband.
Come on.
And we got a pandemic out here. Rebellious women don't want to be in subjection to their own husband. A pandemic of it. Come on.
Even as Sarah obeyed Abraham.
Wait a minute. Even as Sarah, oh, no, she rebelled against Abraham.
Obey.
She wouldn't submit to Abraham.
Obey.
But it says Sarah obeyed Abraham, called him what?
Calling him master.
Calling them masters. Now, here it is. You ever see these women start off calling him master, and then about a couple of months into it, all of a sudden, that shit died out real quick. Since when did I stop being master? I'm telling y'all realities, man. Listen, if they start calling you master, they can't stick with it, tell them don't even start. I don't want you to be a hypocrite. See, it's okay if you raise the bar and stand, you put it here, but don't digress. You know, you're supposed to push the ceiling, push the envelope, continue to keep going to greater greatness. But don't digress. You hear me, son? Don't ever digress, man. Always push towards greater and higher. Anyway. But whose daughters you are as long as you do well and what?
And not afraid with any amazement.
See, this is good, wholesome teaching. So let's go to Deuteronomy 28, verse 8. Everybody all right?
Yes, sir.
Everybody doing fine and good. Glory to the King. I know that this is old-fashioned teaching and nobody don't like to hear stuff like that. Nevertheless, the instruction says seek for the old paths. Search for the old paths. Yep. When you seek for them, you search for them, and when you find them, you'll find rest for your soul. We don't want to rest because we don't want to do nothing. You know, if you're seeking, that means you're doing something. And then you get to the point where you finally arrived and achieved, now you deserve rest. We want to be at ease in Zion, and we want to rest for doing nothing. Come on, y'all.
All right.
You can't. Here we go. Deuteronomy 28, verse 8, all the way to verse 12. Come on, teacher. So, check this out. We're going to briefly go over here, and hopefully we'll be able to call this thing short. What does the word have to say to Israel? Read.
Yah shall command a blessing upon you in your storehouse.
Wait a minute. Where's the storehouse at, though? You can't have the blessing if you don't have any storehouses in it. The storehouse ain't Walmart and Kroger's and Publix. The storehouse is whatever you storing in your house. That's when y'all's going to command the blessing upon you. Y'all remember last Sabbath when I was, you know how many people were, Brother Tim? Oh, by the way, we got Brother Tim and Brother Adam up here and the young boys up here from, they gracing us from Straitway, Georgia. Let's give it up for them. How old are you now?
17.
Man, I was 17, man. I was still looking like him. Man, I was late blooming. Then all of a sudden, I just poof at the end of everything. Well, I wasn't quite that small. That's a little stretch right there. I mean, before now, I may be fibbing on that one. I was small, but not that small. I was a late bloomer now. You can't help it, man. You get it honestly. I mean, your mama, what, 4'5" or 4'6", something like that? Hallelujah. Well, anyway, just pay attention to the word. And Yahweh will command a blessing upon your storehouses and what?
And in all that you set your hand unto.
So why will we defy this? Y'all hear this, young men? Y'all going to bless your storehouses and all that you set your hand to do. I was bragging on you today, both of y'all. To your brother, I said, them, see, to me, y'all young men. Y'all men, but to me, you're young men. You follow me? I said, they learning every damn thing. They learn almost every damn thing in every aspect of a house they can do, and they do it with precision, too. I mean, they'll learn it. Do you understand what they doing now, man, no matter what? And that's why I raised Chuck. I said, if your ass, you ain't going to make it here, whatever the hell, but I know one damn thing. I ain't got to worry about you when you get out of that world because I instilled a work ethic in you. I ain't never once had to have Chuck call home and I had to call back and rescue him from jail. And he still watches me. Are you following? But they're learning, man, they're learning so much, especially on this house. Thank you. Good mercy me. Man, they're learning so much. I said, man, they doing good. But look what it says. Read that again.
And in all that you set your hand to do.
You hear that? And all that you set your hand to do. You know what that means? That means you make yourself available to do something. I was just talking to all the brethren in here. I said, man, I'm old, but I'm making sure I'm pushing the bar for all of y'all. I'm giving y'all something to strive for. And I'm going to make it so difficult and so hard that it almost seems unachievable. You know what I mean? I ain't no greater man than none of these men. It's just that I set my hand. Uh-oh. God commanded a blessing. He commanded a blessing. I laid almost every single block on this building right here you're looking at. This is over 20 years ago. See what I mean? Look at this. All these set your hand to do. So, you look at old Pastor Dowell. I can promise you one thing. I have not wasted my life. I have not wasted my life. I played football, basketball, baseball, volleyball. I ran track. I've jumped out of airplanes, rappelled out of helicopters. I shouldn't have went snorkeling like I did, though, man, because, I mean, I'm telling you, man, it wasn't until I got, like, way out there to where Mother Carol was looking like a little speck and dot. I was like, man, a shark could eat me up, man, and I'm done. Well, nobody know nothing. I went right back to shore, man. I said, I'll never do that again. Because I couldn't see you. I literally couldn't see nobody. I was out just snorkeling. Having a good old time. Looking around, I look back. I was way away from the, I know how to ride a sea-doo. I can drive a bass boat, a pontoon boat, a river boat. I can ride a crotch rocket. I can ride a wheelie on a crotch rocket. I've been over 175 miles an hour on a sports bike on a crotch rocket. I got my race license, motorcycle race license. I shot expert in both hands with an M16, A1, A2, a Beretta, 9mm. Y'all hearing? I'm just running some stuff down. I come out here, I learn how to frame. I can drive a dozer, a backhoe, a loader dozer, a skid steer, a ditch witch, a lift. And I'm just giving you the stuff right off the top of my head right now. I can frame, do general wiring, general plumbing. I can frame a roof. I can actually lay block, do brick. I can square a building. Good God. I can play bass, drums, and electric guitar. I actually wrote over 20 songs in my life. And I'm going to beat Nick in the bench press too. And I ran Goshen Hill. I did. And I ran this hill. And that one up there. I ain't even naming everything. You know what I mean? I done done all this stuff in my life. You know what I mean? All this stuff. I mean, I have not wasted my life. I made sure I put my hand to everything I could put my hand to. Does that make sense? I make sure that at every stage of my life, I have always been investing in myself and learning. So what's wrong with me saying, y'all do the same thing? All I'm doing is telling you what to read Deuteronomy 28, verse 8 again. That's all I'm doing. I'm giving you the experience of doing what Yah says. Read.
Yah shall command the blessing upon you in your storehouses, and in all that you set your hand unto. And he shall bless you in the land which Yahweh your Elohim gives you.
Anything we ever required, ain't y'all giving it to us? Is it not? I just got to finish driving down the road here looking at another. Let me look on my phone. Make sure I don't get it wrong. Because, boy, if I say something wrong, boy, wow, they all over me. Let me see exactly how much acreage this is. $13.87. I'm getting ready to buy 13.87 acres of land for Israel. And my name will not be on it. Just like my name is not on none of the lands. None of them. Remember I made that video, own nothing but control everything?
Yes.
And all you got to do is just put people down as they have proven themselves as directors on the land so that they can be end up, when you gone, controlling. That's how the rich people live. They don't own nothing. Donald Trump don't own that plane. It says Trump, though. Trump is a foundation. Trump is an LLC. Trump, never mind. Anyway, let's keep going here before I get too far. Read on.
Yah shall establish you a holy people
A set apart people unto himself, and he what?
as he has sworn unto you.
And watch, he said, he sworn, and this is what he said. Listen, sons, what he say? If, that's based on conditions. If, because you don't never know what situation or circumstance may come in front of your life that may compromise your if. Ain't a damn thing compromising my if. My if is I'm going to obey you. That's it, period, point blank. Always vote well for me. If you what?
Shall keep the commandments of Yahweh your Elohim.
And do what else?
And walk in his
Walk
ways.
means live in his ways. Come on.
And all people of the earth shall see that you are called by the name of Yah.
And what are they going to do?
And they shall be afraid of you.
Are not people afraid straightway? What have we done to cause them to be afraid of us? Yet they're afraid of us. You know what? There you go. Walk, live, and do. All because of what? Obedience to him. We ain't done that to nobody. Nobody. Everybody attacking us though. And that's why, because they're fearful. See what I'm talking about? Look, there it is. Read.
And Yah shall make you plenteous.
Shortcoming.
Plenteous.
Starving.
Plenteous.
Lack.
Plenteous.
Plenteous in what?
In goods. In the fruit of your body. In the fruit of your cattle. Fruit of your ground. In the land which Yah swore unto your fathers to give you.
So if you're really truly following Yah, you will be fruitful. Let me just make, before y'all go back to Georgia, let's make sure we send y'all home with some fruit. Send y'all home with something. We got plenty of kale. Send y'all some deer. Don't y'all like venison?
Yes, sir.
Man, fruitful. Don't y'all like fish?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, look at this. But y'all said he was going to bless us, didn't he?
Yes.
Look, read that verse again. See, this is what happened when you obey him and not come up with all these creative ways to disobey him and make everybody feel good in their sedentary positions. Sitting on your ass and spreading it out while you got chinks and maggots all up in your butt. You know, it's for a commentary, you know what I mean? Yeah. Impact. It seems fitting for the time. You know what I mean? You're not pimples with pulse. Shaved asses. Well, why you gotta talk like that? I'm a man. I'm sorry. I'm not. I always told you I'm not this polished, clean preacher like these Christians out here. I ain't. I'm just a realist. Read on.
And Yah shall make you plenteous in goods. In the fruit of your body, in the fruit of your cattle, in the fruit of your
body.
ground.
Then I just bring little dude. Is little dude asleep? Let me see if little dude sleep. I like showing little dude. I like showing my little dudes. You know what I mean? Because you get to watch them as they grow up, man. It's something, man, to sit there and watch these little boys grow. I love little children. I be playing with these little children. Man, I love little children. Well, anyway, y'all seen little dude in him coming. He just looked around. You could tell he's hit the 6 month mark because he behaves a certain way. Yep, he's sleeping. You knew he'd be sleeping. He right where he's supposed to be doing. But that's the fruit of your body. Come on.
In the land which Yah swore.
That big old boy yours. Yes, good God, brother. I said, man, I am picking up Brock Lesnar. Brother tells boy. I said, good God, I said, where your boy at? He back there. He looked at me. He mean-mugged me the whole time. He like,
sure.
I got in my spirit. Try something now. I'm gonna get your ass when you get old boy. But he mean-mugged me the whole time. I'm like, that boy. That's a big boy. Hey, he said, hey, I'm the only one getting that milk. I'm gonna get all I can. And he getting it too. Y'all seen this boy? You ain't gonna miss him tomorrow. Ain't gonna be no not lately on that. You can't miss him. He commands attention when he comes into a place. That's a big boy. Man, read on.
In the land which Yah swore unto your fathers to give you.
Now we understand that the Most High Yah has swore to give the land of Canaan to Israel. But when I read this, I read the same instructions of what he tells us. He tells us what to do when we're in captivity too. He hasn't changed one from another. He even tells us to be subject unto the laws of the land as long as they don't conflict with him. He teaches that. He speaks in the Torah when we are free people. Then he speaks and gives us instruction when we're in captivity.
Yes.
And we got people that don't want to obey neither one of them. Like I said, did Pete Rambo go to Israel for Passover? Did he go for Pentecost? I mean, the book didn't say one time a year, it said 3 times a year. If you're going to do it now. Don't be a hypocrite. Lead by example so you can inspire all of us. Don't sit up and talk one like you done did something. We're supposed to chalk it up. And that is not antagonistic speech. That's real talk right there. Don't sit up and get mad at me, man, because I'm calling you on your bullshit. There ain't no temple over there. You are the temple of the living Yah. There ain't no priest over there. We have a high priest seated in the heavenly places who liveth forever to make intercession for the saints. That's what a priest was doing down here. We already got one. See what I'm talking about? Misapplication, misapplying all these degrees and don't know a damn thing. Read on.
Yah shall open unto you his good treasure, the heaven, to give the rain unto the land in his season.
Don't this grass look pretty damn green up here? Look pretty damn green on it. We get a lot of rain. Y'all get a lot of rain? Yeah, I know. We get a lot of rain up here, ain't we? Come on.
And to bless all the work of your hands.
Whoa. To bless all the laziness of your hand.
Work.
To bless all to put your hands up under your ass and sit on it.
Work.
To bless all the work of your hand. And you got people out here telling you ain't got to work. Then what y'all going to bless? What y'all going to bless? Because y'all's not going to sit up there and turn around and bring a fruit tree and fill it up full of money and just give it to you.
Oh, no.
He going to bless the work of your hand. And guess what? All of a man's labor is for his belly. See, this modern day conveniences have done made us lazy. We don't even want to go out and hunt. I told y'all, did I tell y'all the reason why I bought that crossbow?
Yes, sir.
Because I never killed a deer with a bow, so I bought a crossbow. I had Brother Britt teach me how to use it.
Yes.
And I'm going to kill a deer with a crossbow this winter. Well, what if you don't? Next winter.
Come on.
I'm going to give me a damn deer with that crossbow. I promise you that. Well, what happens after you do that? None of your damn business. You know how it is. You kill a deer with a bow and a gun. What do you want to do? You want to stop the devil? You want to keep on going, don't you? Don't you want to keep on? Thank you, babe. I'm good right here. Don't you want to keep on going? Don't you want to keep on going? What man wants to hunt for a deer one damn time and not do it again? What man gets married to have sex one time and you don't want no more? Man, you people, that's the problem. We got no men today.
Come on.
Something wrong with y'all. Something greatly wrong with y'all. You're going to be a man, you need to do man shit.
Yes, sir.
So you can feel like a man because testosterone levels are running extremely low. See, then they'll sit up there and try to make you feel I'm wrong. I'm a some type of a villain for talking like this. No. Let them hang.
That's it.
Yeah, stay hard.
Them things ain't. There you go. Let them hang. Stay hard, and you better stay hard too, because you're gonna need to be pretty damn hard when it's 22 degrees outside, and that damn wind is blowing, and that snow is falling on the ground, and you got your ass sitting up in a damn tree or in a stand on the ground waiting for a deer to come by. What the hell you gonna do if a wolf come up next to you? You better be ready. You better stay hard. Or a coyote come up next to you, or a bobcat. Only thing they see is dinner. Or a bear. You don't ever know what may come up. They see you as food, and you see them as a threat. You see what I mean? You better man. Y'all better learn how to man the hell up. And you ain't gonna learn how to be a man unless you're around a man. If you ain't around a man, you can forget about being a damn man. You'll never be a man because you have no training. It takes a man to teach a man. It takes a man to raise a man. It takes a man to be an example to show the boys what it is to be a man.
That's it. Great.
And we had the greatest man in the universe ever taught us how to be a man. Behold, the man, Christ, the Messiah, Yahshua. Man. So think you can bypass all this all you want, but you ain't going to be able to do it. There are, as if there may be in this world, so many different kinds of voices. And none of these voices are without significance. They all have a meaning. Y'all better make sure y'all square the meaning of the voices with what's written on those books, the pages of those books, and you follow that example and be it. You know why? Because children coming behind you. Those children are going to need somebody to teach them. When I wasn't up there playing music, you see what I was doing, my little dude, right? And for those in there, I was back out putting his guy on an arm bar, headlocking him, squeezing him. 3 years old, yeah, he can't do nothing, but he's getting a good feel for it. So why he gonna grow up like that? See what I mean? It's all good and fun and all the other stuff. We get to older stuff, then we can graduate to the next level, and the next level, and the next level. Make sense? You gotta raise men, because don't it's gonna be nothing but a bunch of homosexuals there. You don't want that. What kind of war are you gonna fight? Everybody throwing tampons at each other. No, let's get real, man. What kind of war are you gonna fight? Everybody wearing Depends. Because they can't hold their bladder. Come on, teacher. Where we at?
Verse 12.
Verse 12.
And you shall lend money unto many nations, and you shall not borrow.
You hear that? We supposed to be doing the lending, not the borrow. Come on.
And Yah shall make you the head.
The what?
The head.
The what? That's if you following him. And what?
And not the tail. And you shall be above only, and you shall not be beneath.
Let's go to Jeremiah 29, verse 5. Y'all saw the Torah, right? So I believe that word is from everlasting. That's the law. And I love that law so much, it don't even offend me to do it. Jeremiah 29, verse 5, read. Watch this. Whoa. Go buy them.
Bill.
Go get a mortgage.
Bill.
Go rent somebody's place.
Bill.
Now, mind you, you're in captivity. At this setting right here, this is Jeremiah speaking to Israel, you're in captivity. He said, he told you while you're in captivity, build you houses and do what? Dwell in them. And do what else?
Thank God.
Go to Kroger.
Thank God.
Go to Publix.
Thank God.
Go to Walmart.
Thank God.
Go to Food Town.
Thank God.
Go to Farmer's Market.
Thank God.
He told you to do what?
Thank God.
Plant gardens, and when you plant them, go sell it.
Eat the fruit of them.
I have people all the time tell me, you sell your produce? I said, I sure do. Buy the truth and sell it not. I sure do. Buy the truth and sell it not. What's that truth is? I'm going to plant it and we're going to eat it ourselves. That's the truth. I mean, these people I'm like, man, you people are amazing. I'm talking to people like this. Y'all people are so amazing. You claim to be Christians. I understand what Christian means. I used to be one of them dumb things. But you claim to be Christian, but you don't know nothing about what the word says. Nothing. Man should not live by bread alone, but by
every word
that does what?
Proceeds out of the mouth of Yah.
And this is the prophet Jeremiah. To the law and to the prophets. If they speak not according to this word, that's because there's no life in them at all. Build you houses, dwell in them, plant you gardens, eat the fruit of them. Read on.
Take you wives?
Take what?
Wives.
Oh, we'd be glad to do that part. You sure you want to take them? Because now you got a great responsibility on you. Because you as the provider, the protector, the conjugal rights. Conjugal rights is more than just sexual exploitation of the woman. Conjugal rights is, it has to do with the whole compass of the whole well-being of the household itself. Yeah, you food. Yeah, you clothes. Yep. I told you. A woman can, if a woman's going to rebel, she can actually rebel against her husband. If her husband tells you, I want you to go out and get a job, she can actually just sit here and do this and y'all will be for. Because you're telling her to go against something that's contrary to Torah. Her job is to be a chasekeeper at home. Learn that from the law. Her job is to sit there and you provide, and she takes the provision that you provide and she feeds you. She cleans your clothes. She raised your children. First line teacher at home. Chase keeper at home. You know what I mean? Yep. Yep. That's what they're designed for. And she's designed to love you, submit to you, obey you. Yeah. And when everything is all said and done, if you decide to go to bed and go to sleep at night, you go to bed and go to sleep. But if you're going to get something at night, get it. That's what she's there for. And you wake up back up in the morning, do the same thing again. You better make sure you provide. Uh-oh. Take your wives, beget your sons, and beget your what?
Daughters.
And then what else you supposed to do?
Take wives for your sons.
Now see, this is the beauty about community. I just told y'all, we're looking at another 13 point, what I say? 8, almost 14 acres of land, right? It's obvious everybody can't live on the same land. So what we supposed to be doing? Buying lands, expanding, and building houses on. For what? So we keep on expanding our tribe. Well, where are their inheritance? In all the damn lands we buy. It's just, okay, so, all right, I'm going to make this so plain right here. So you go out there and live for yourself. Somebody say live for yourself.
Live for yourself.
You live for yourself. You go pay their rent. Somebody say pay rent.
Pay rent.
Let's just say somebody paying rent $2,000 a month. Anybody say $2,000 a month? What's 2,000 times 12? 24,000. So you paid rent to have a roof over your head, and that's all it was for. And a little bit more on top of that, you know, electric. They didn't have electric stuff in Torah. It's just about, you know what I mean. So you paid $24,000 in a year. You're a $24,000 fool. Now think about how dumb and stupid you are, though. Because you think about this. I mean, I paid rent before too, so I get it. So you can obey Yah, and you can be putting everything into this system of Yah, and continue to keep. Well, you first got to have a righteous man, though. Got to have a righteous leader to make sure that it's right. A righteous leader is going to make sure that it's right. I'm going to tell y'all something right now. Listen, here on Straitway, not one person has debt.
Me.
Big goose eggs. Not one. Not one person owe nobody anything but love. Every one of them got a pocket full of money. And we don't have nobody here Straitway that works out on the economy. Somebody say give Yah the glory. Now we the hub. We was the example to show people how to do this thing. Does that make sense? It's not a labor worthy of his reward. The Israelites got the same access to everything that we have. We just make sure we stewards over, because you don't sit there and you put Bud's wife into a Cadillac. You put Bud's wife into a Cadillac, it's going to end up into a tree. You know how I know? Because that truck ended up in a tree. Bless you, Seela. And Seela will say, you got that right. Bud said, she ain't getting in no Cadillac. See, that's me know my brother and sister. You see what I'm saying? He said, ain't no way in hell I'm going to let her go. Hell no, she ain't. The other day, Brother Scott and his family, and Brother Bud and Salah, his wife, a couple of weeks ago, they went to Straitway Goshen. They had a big concrete pour. And Scott has what, 5 in the family? How many children you got? 4? Yeah, you do. He got 4, 2 girls, 2 boys. You got 6 in the family. And then Brother Bud, 6, 7, 8. So they took the van. A nice van. Celia gets in there. Ooh, I ain't never in all my life ever been to a van like this. Celia's just a good, simple sister. You know what I mean? Just enjoy the good things, man. She enjoys greenhouse garden. You know what I mean? She would tell you straight up, man, that man's a good man. Talking about Bud. Good man for her. Brother Scott and Brother Bud is up here, one busting their ass up here at Goshen. Sisters doing their little thing, man. They went all the way up there in a vehicle that don't have nobody's name on it. But the name on it says Straitway Truth Ministry. Name on the insurance, Straitway Truth Ministry. A 2023 Limited. I mean, a beautiful, one of the most beautiful conversion vans you ever seen in your life. 9 passenger. You can lay that thing back. Go sleep in the back, man. Drove up there, got the job done, came back, man. Everybody happy. Come right back home. You see what I mean? If you do it God's way. If you are blessed of Yah, is rich and has no sorrow.
Amen.
The borrower is a servant to the lender.
Yes.
If you do it Yah's way, just follow the blueprint. I don't care what your mind tells you and what it says. Deacon Samuel said, that's a nice thing. So that means Deacon Samuel, as soon as he got there, he probably opened up the door and looked in. Flashlight. And it is nice. Thank y'all for it. Paid for it too. It don't take long. All you got to do is be disciplined. It takes a long time to save some money for stuff. I'm telling you, I just can't go out and just be buying stuff like y'all do. But most of y'all learn how to buy stuff like this world buy it on credit. Some things, if you're planning on building credit because you got something greater in the future to do, now if you say that, everybody gonna have something greater to do and ain't doing shit. You know how wise women are today now. What verse was we in?
Verse 6.
Verse 6. But what I was getting to is this. So you take $24,000 damn dollars and you wasted that in rent when in somebody else's damn hand. When you could have lived that brother and his family, that brother and his family, that brother and his family, you could all invest it in that land. Make sure it's not in your name because you're a dumbass fool. You're putting land in your name. And you could have took that $24,000 in that year just in rent alone. You could have invested in the land. And you could have built more than what you paid rent for. But, of course, you got to go out and do something, though. You got to learn. You got to subject yourself. You got to inconvenience yourself. You got to be able to see the future. You got to be able to make a lot of sacrifices. Remember I told y'all, first 9, 10 years of us living out here, we didn't use this is a luxury to us. We didn't have no air conditioning. Everything was box fans. Teacher saying, am I exaggerating?
No.
Box fan. You know them little $12 box fans? They were $10 then, $8, $10 then. Them little cheap box fans. Man, there were box fans all over the place. That was our AC. So excuse me if I can't hear no bitching. I can't hear no complaining. I can't hear it. So if you go out and work, you go out and you go out and work. You got 3 brothers on the land, they working, and then when y'all get on work, if they still doing it, that's what we did, isn't it? Everybody come and chip in and building and stuff, and man, one mind, these all having one heart, one mind, one soul, one spirit. And you put all their land into investing in something of a community where all of y'all going to be together. Now the new word, oh, you a tyrant. By who? Who says I'm a tyrant? McDowell, am I a tyrant? Teacher saying, am I a tyrant?
No, sir.
Am I a tyrant? Israel, am I a tyrant? So I got people who live with me tell me I ain't a tyrant. Simply amazing. Simply amazing. I don't know nobody shit. But I'm getting ready to go out and buy some more lands and expand Israel.
Come on.
That's exactly what I'm gonna do. And Israel's gonna move on those lands, and I'm gonna put some homes on those lands. And Israel's gonna, instead of going out there paying rent, they're gonna be living on this land, giving offering, and to help expand Israel, save some more money, and we're gonna buy more lands. And we're gonna keep on buying more lands. And we're gonna keep on buying more land, keep on expanding, and we're gonna intermarry amongst our own self. And we ain't going to that public food systems. We ain't gonna be schooled by them. We never be taught by them. We never celebrate your damn wicked ass holidays. Celebrating all your satanic days. Our children are never gonna grow up confused. They're gonna know what a male and a female is and why you were created. None of that. Somebody tell me what's wrong with that. But there's something wrong with Pastor Dowell. Ain't damn thing wrong with Pastor Dowell. Something wrong with this wicked ass generation. That's what's wrong with this world. Read on.
Take you wives, and get sons and daughters. Take wives for your sons, and give your daughters to husbands, that they may bear sons and daughters, that you may be increased.
Maybe a what?
Increased.
Maybe a what?
Increased.
Maybe a what?
Increased.
Increased.
And not diminished.
This is what we're supposed to be doing. This is the way we're supposed to be doing. Now, where in captivity doesn't say a damn thing about inheritance. Inheritance came when you was over there, we was free. And you enter into the land of Canaan. God gave you all that, but when you disobeyed and you rebelled, now you're over in captivity. Your inheritance is obedience to God's word. See, the problem is we can't trust nobody today because we ain't trustworthy. And when Yahshua said, by their fruit you should know them, I want everybody to go inspect my fruit. Forget about what people are saying. Go inspect the fruit. People say a lot of things. Just pull up and inspect. Pull up. Get your bag too. You're going to need plenty to take home with you. That's fruit. You can't argue with that. You argue with fruit, something wrong with you. Think about this for a second. Read.
And seek the peace of the city, whither I have caused you to be carried away captive.
Does it look like we're at war with these natives up here? They told us seek the peace. So, hey, we seek the peace. We ain't doing nothing. Hey, we're not doing nothing to draw any attention to it. Yet attention is drawn to us. What does the Torah say? And they will be afraid of you. So we understand that.
Yeah.
When you're obeying Yah. Come on.
And pray unto Yah for it. For in the peace thereof shall you have peace.
Isaiah 65, verse 21. Y'all learn anything?
Yes, sir.
Man, there's a lot of firecrackers going on in here. Boy, Deacon Sammy on fire too, boy. Read. Isaiah 65, 21.
They shall build houses.
Wait. So Jeremiah said it. Now Isaiah said it. Now, is this not line upon line? That's the one. Now Isaiah's the one who said line upon line. Precept on precept. Here a little and there a little. That's what he said. In Isaiah 11, he said that, right? Read.
They shall build houses and inhabit them. They shall plant vineyards and eat the fruit of them. They shall not build and another inhabit.
Y'all hear that? We ain't supposed to be building houses for somebody else to inhabit. When we build for us to inhabit. I just got to finish telling my Easter today. I said, we buy this land ain't for it to be. How many times y'all came down? Most of y'all come down Galen Road. Y'all seen, right? When I first moved up here, it was nothing but farmland.
Yeah.
Now, the old people done died off. They didn't teach the younger generation. Or the younger generation so damn rebellious, they don't give it. They are not going to get their ass on no damn tractor, plow no fields, and harvest no damn beans or corn or tobacco. They're not going to do none of that shit. They're going to parcel up the land when the old people are gone who left an inheritance for them. And then they're going to turn around and sell it for a premium price and go live in a city where the cost of living is through the roof. And that substance is going to be ate from them, ain't going to have a damn thing to show for it. And the children is going to live in poverty because they don't want to keep the land and seek the old paths.
That is true. Amen.
Now you watch all these little cheap homes. Them cheap homes that y'all seen up here, they selling these little cheap postage stamp homes right here that ain't even got, man, all of them stick frame on 2x4s. They selling them things up here on average for $300,000 for a 1,200 square foot home. This sounds like we living in California, Malibu now. And when their generation is gone, their children is going to end up fending for themselves just like they did. When we try to teach our children, look, you get this land, you don't sell nothing to nobody. I promise you, I'm making sure we got bitch box set up for that. I'm gonna make sure that you ain't one person ain't gonna be able to sell shit without the consent of others. See, I'm doing all this. I promise you. Because you know why? I can trust me, but I can't entrust the benevolence of man to do right. What if you get a wild half of your ass and you get mad? Then what? You're gonna expel people. You understand what I mean? Here, we got to worry about expel people. You know, naturally, nature has a way of calling out everything that it don't need. We don't worry about most people just leave.
Oh, man.
We can usually tell. We usually tell each other they getting ready to go.
Yeah.
And so when they come tell us, it ain't no shocking off. Pastor, I'm getting ready to leave. Bye. Well, you ain't all upset. You ain't just, no, for what? I expected this. I already done told people about you. Then I go into, why do you think I let you? Why do you think I let you? Why do you think I let you? We can tell when there's a contrary spirit. It's just that we're not being like you. We have a great accountability. And you ain't it. You understand what I mean? That's what I'm trying to teach people today. You got to be righteous and be honorable. Read on, teach. What verse you in?
Verse 22.
Read.
They shall not build and another inhabit. They shall not plant and another eat. For as the days of a tree are the days of my people, and mine elect shall long enjoy the work of their hands.
Now you think about that. When we was in our own land, in the days of the Torah, did we sell produce to the other nations? If we had extra produce, what was it for? It was for our people, the poor of the land, so they can glean the edges of the field. In other words, we kept everything in house. What do you think we always trying to do? We keeping everything out. We're not going to say, why we want to sell our good stuff to them? But see, now what you want to do is be stupid and sell yourself cheap. You want to go out there and work for some damn Federal Reserve notes and go buy that bullshit out there they call food. Empty calories you can't even fill your ass up with because you know it ain't shit. Ain't even real food. It's like you eat food from the Matrix. I know that this is a steak.
Come on.
It doesn't look like a steak. But my mind tells me it tastes like a steak. Man, stop it. You see what I'm talking about? They robbed you, and you got people who are twice dead, plucked up by the roots, spiritually dead, that's trying to put you in the same damn bondage. Wake up, Israel. Mind you, this is the old mess that I've had up here for a long time. Nothing but scripture. Read, teach.
They shall not labor in vain, nor bring forth for trouble. For they are the seed of the blessed of Yah.
How many times now we were blessed when we had our own land? Now we're blessed in captivity.
Yes.
We're blessed. And they're what?
And their offspring with them.
Yes.
All we got to do is obey Yah. That's all we got to do, man. You don't look for nobody making appeals to your funky ass flesh, which ain't going to do a damn thing. I said it a long, long time ago. Yah told us when we sinned and we was in the damn garden, He said, by the sweat of your brow, and we've been making sure by air conditioning we'll never sweat again. Man is going to make sure they defy y'all in everything that he says.
Come on.
Y'all says you're going to toil, you're going to till. I'll be damn fast, so I'm going to live in the city. I'm going to get me an air conditioner. I ain't going to do a damn thing you say. I'm going to live a life of ease, and then in your hell, you're going to lift up your eyes.
True.
This is good preaching it.
That's it.
Just straight up. Acts chapter 2, verse 40. Here's the kicking. And think about this. So, you have communities, common unity. And the thing about common unity, is that not community? It's hidden there. It's like encoded. You can have a homestead, but you know there's only one problem though. You cannot guard your homestead by yourself 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days out of the year, in case all of your heathens and your enemies around about you overrun you. Sorry, folks, but the day is coming when there will be a world without rule of law. Will you survive? Do you have a contingency plan? Do you know how to patrol? Do you know how to protect? Do you have a system set up of guard duty, preservation? Do you? What is your plan? How are you going to keep your enemies at bay? Police ain't come. Popo ain't coming. 911 is non-existent. What are you going to do? Oh, I'm out on my homestead. Yeah, the mob is just down the road. They're going from house to house. You got your little AR-15, and the mob is coming with 20 of them. And you got a wife, and you got three daughters, 21, 18, and 17, and two sons, 14 and 15 years old. You know what's getting ready to happen, right? They're going to ravish your wife and your women. They're going to kill you and your sons and ravish the women. Well, I'm going to teach all of them to fight. A mob with the same firepower you got. And you got your little family. Boy, you sure are smart. You better learn how to get together with like-minded people. And only like-minded people is the people that's got the mind of Yah. That's like that book. Be a fool if you want to. I'm telling you, man, the day is going to come when y'all going to thank y'all for Pastor Dowell. It is. It's going to come. Y'all going to be thanking the Father that you saw far off, and not only that, even more so, you're going to thank the Father that you had the obedience to continue on with this and to keep it going. Because it ain't going to take you too long. Don't wait till you get gray hair on your head and figure out that life ain't about you. It's mostly about what you do for others and what you do for your family.
Yes.
In Yah. See, you have not thought afar off. You can't see afar off. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Cheese wings right here. I got them for making a jump into Honduras in 1988. That has nothing to do with the American jump school or the airsoft school in America. And I'll leave it at that. You see what I'm talking about? I remember, and Mother Carol would tell Mother Carol, watch this. I love bringing Mother Carol in and stuff like that because you know how honest it is. Mother Carol, come on in here for a second. Oh, we ain't got no 3-minute delay like we had last time. It used to be 10 seconds. It ended up 3 minutes ago. 3-minute damn delay. Mother Carol, come on in here for a second. We're going to watch this. There's Mama. So, Mama, we was married 2 years. Already had a little chuck. So, remember when I went to Honduras, came back home, right?
Yes.
What did I say? And I said a lot, but what did I say pertaining to what we're speaking about tonight When I came back from Honduras, what did I say about us?
You said there are no poor people in America, not even the ones that are homeless and live under a bridge.
That's exactly what I said. Unrehearsed. Thank you, Mom. Y'all hear what I said? There are zero poor people in America. Even if they're homeless and live under a bridge, there are zero poor people in America. That is what I saw and experienced for months. Y'all hear what I said? And you think I got empathy and sympathy for people that got damn air conditioning? After what I saw and experienced and lived? Shit. Nobody better not bitch to me about your soft ass. I can't hear it. I cannot hear it. Does that make sense? There are zero poor people. Zero poor people in America. Even if you live under a bridge, even if you homeless, you ain't poor in America. Okay? You think you poor because you measure your wealth based on your next door neighbor or somebody else. You've been taught all your life to keep up with the damn Joneses. Who in the hell that is? Whoever the hell the Joneses is. Be content with such things you have. They telling you need a damn big ass house with a picket fence and a rebellious ass wife and dog. That's the damn American dream. Sound like a nightmare to me. Why not just live simple? I'm telling y'all right now. Life is a hell of a lot more easier the less you have. But that's something for you to say. You got that big ass home up there. I got a big old family now. And by the way, I'm a laborer's worthy of his hire because I worked my ass off. Mind you talking about a man that's living in a house that he built too, with the help of a brother. I didn't do all this by myself. I didn't do all. There's no way in hell I could do. I could not build these communities by myself. I did not do these communities by myself. These brothers in here are very instrumental in helping us get this work done. Does that make sense? But don't get mad because I can and you can't. Whoever you are. All of them take me as enemies. The problem is I'm your enemy because you just don't want to do shit. I'm trying to help. Man, y'all, how old are you? 15. How old are you, son? 7. Man, you give it 10 years. Follow my advice. Do exactly what I tell you to do and see how you fare. Now, you can pick the alternative and do what they say and see how you fare. I'm going to tell you right now where you're going to be at. See what I'm saying? And by there, you shall know them. Reteach.
And with many other words, did he testify and exhort, saying,
What'd he say?
Save yourselves from this untoward generation.
Now, if this generation ain't untoward, what is? People wearing blue hair, purple hair, streaking hair, green hair, pink hair with rainbows on it. Men are trying to look like women with beards. Women are trying to look like men. Now, I noticed. I'm saying how much I pay attention to trends. And I don't. I just notice this shit. So I'm going through the airport. Listen, the worst airport anybody ever want to go through is Atlanta. And sometimes Atlanta's a damn hub. You can't go through. You can't help but to pass by the damn thing. You can sit and try to search for flights to get around to Atlanta. Damn, you ain't gonna do it. It's a big ass hub. You go through there, man. You like, good mercy me. Huh? It's ugly. It's worse than ugly. It's nasty ugly. It's the foul ugly. You got men looking like women, women looking like men. everybody's confused. And if you had a conviction, you can see the ones got conviction a little bit. They like this. And they keep on going. I got his cow. He'll sit up there and he looked at the people. And none of my Ishas try to correct it. And I'll go, that's right, son. I said, that's a damn abomination. That's what that is. That's wicked. He needs to know, so he ain't confused. He's not going to be forced into this world. But you go through Atlanta, you can really see every damn thing under the sun. And the world has accepted that hook, line, and sinker. That is normal out there. And you know what the problem is? You don't accept normal. And because these militant people know that you don't accept normal, they're coming after your children. Be on these communities' homestead. They coming for them. They come. If they ain't coming for them, they're gonna do some type of voodoo and hoodoo to make sure witches are praying against us all the time. In case y'all forgot, the world don't give a nickel's worth of rat ass about us, but witches are praying against us. Warlocks are praying against us. Wizards are praying against us. All of the. I told y'all, anytime somebody has any negative language against you whatsoever at all, it's a curse. And most Israelites just accept curses and never return, never fight back, never in prayer. You don't watch by prayer and supplications. You just don't do it. You just mute and passive. And the devil is flourishing. And we wonder why everybody else going batshit crazy. So you go into Atlanta, you go have all, and you know what's even worse about it is when you see a woman, you already know it ain't a woman. Your mind tells you it's a woman, but you got something inside here going, And that woman looked better than a woman your natural flesh would lust after. And if somebody looking like that, why you think people getting shot up? You going out to the club and everything, you think you got a woman up there and you think woman up, man, next thing you, ooh, wait. You go back to because you're going to sow your wild oats. We don't live in the days when Judah was out with the prostitute now. We live in different times now. Yeah. You sit up there and think you got a prostitute and you reach down there and they got the same plumbing you got, boy. And you already done been kissing all over them and everything else. See, stuff like this, it needs to be talked about. You know why? Because some of you passive ass men that call yourself husbands and fathers, you don't have these conversations with your children. You're too damn afraid to have these conversations with. Most of them got to learn it from when they listen to Blog Talk. Too sensitive. My ass. My sons don't get shielded from that. They hear everything. They just know what to say and what not to say because we teach them. This is how grown folk talk. You don't talk like that. The fear of Yah in there. Making sense? What we had to teach. I need to finish this thing out, man. I don't want to be on Atlanta for 30 minutes. It ain't even worth it. Come on.
Acts chapter 2, verse 40.
Verse 40. Oh, we starting again? Read on, man. Just read. I'm going to let you run.
The day that gladly received his word were baptized, and the same day there were added unto them about 3,000 souls.
Verse 41. Come on.
And they continued steadfastly in the apostles' doctrine.
Now, what do y'all think the apostles got their doctrine from? Somebody say Jesus.
Jesus.
Thank you very much. Come on.
And fellowship, and in breaking of bread, and in prayers.
Now, the apostles that have wrote all this, they're not here. We're here with the same Holy Spirit they got. I don't know how they did it back then, but I know we got the same spirit. And where the spirit of Yah is, there's liberty. And I know one thing, the way that spirit was leading them is leading us today. It's got to be, because it's the same spirit. Is that making sense? Is that making sense? It's the same spirit. Got to be. Because they were under Roman occupation when all this was taking place.
Yes. Captivity.
Let me tell y'all something that is real. You ain't never going to have no free country, not on this earth, until Yeshua comes. So don't you ever think that you just like them, because you ain't, because they're going to do something, always remind you you ain't like them. Satan knows them that are his. He does. Think that you fit in if you want to and be a sucker and then trade your soul for it. I don't give a damn who you are. You better remember that you were born again of the water and of the spirit, filled with the Ruach. You are different. Don't you ever succumb to this shit, this piss and shit here on this earth. We got to be able to live something greater than ourselves. And to be the seed, the children now. They're worth the sacrifice of our lives so we can make sure that they live. And then we teach them the same thing that we learn and we live. And then they can teach their sons and their daughters the same thing. And at least if one thing, we've done one thing on this earth which is righteous, which has been able to keep a remnant, a seed until Yeshua comes. Because if we don't stand on these laws, statutes, and commandments, there ain't going to be no Israel. Did I say something wrong? Read on, teacher. You've been reading on for a while, ain't you? Come on. Man, you know what, teacher, man? You read slow, man. Extremely slow. You talk to your old Isha, man, about you speeding up a little bit. It's fine. I can't even say it so much. Come on, teach.
And fear came upon every soul, and many wonders and signs were done by the apostles.
How many?
Many.
I'm going to tell you right now, that man can bear witness. And the same thing I can do with him. He'll flat out tell you, man, I can name miracles, signs, and wonders that we've done in this generation that no other mega ministry and no other ministry can hardly ever. If anything's going to rival us, you got to go to Africa.
Yes.
You got to go across seas where real faith is required. You got to go to China or something like that with real. This shit over in America, these people are bullshitting you. Teaching my line?
Not lying. True.
Well, we see some stuff, man. You know y'all's real. Because you know good and damn well there's no way in hell you ain't got that kind of power to do something like that. You got to be submitted and connected to the one who is the power.
Yes.
You ain't got to tell someone that's submitted to y'all where it come from. They already know.
Yes.
Without him, you can do nothing.
Amen.
Read on.
And all that believe.
Know of.
All that will believe.
What if they lose belief?
All
Pastor,
believe.
you know, we start off like it. We don't. Y'all know how many people that when they first was coming out of her, coming out of this world, first thing they do is they saw straightway. And we open up our bowels of compassion in different communities, received you in with full-blown love, accepted you in, took care of you for a while, had sweet fellowship with you. You know what I mean? Later on, they go on down the line. Next thing you know, 5 years, 10 years later, whatever the hell, whatever it is. Pastor, we leaving. All right, well, bye. No thank you for nothing. Where's the wife and children? Oh, they gone. I don't get to say goodbye to them? No, they gone. Wow. Man, damn, what I do so wrong? What do we do so wrong? That's the first question. We know we ain't did shit wrong. A spirit done entered in. I'm still living life. I told you, go out there and listen to all my enemies, listen to them real close. And not a one of them, with all the rhetoric and everything they say, if you listen with a critical ear, just listen with a critical ear, none of them would tell you what I done to them to offend them. Oh, I get accused of a lot of things. Oh, he this and he that, he this, he that. Well, you witnesses. What did I do? Man, what I do to you? Listen real close, critical ear. You hearing all this noise, all this release of flying. Trees are flying, limbs are flying, but they cannot coagulate on a position to be specific, to tell you, what did he do? Big goose eggs. Now let me begin. Boy, do I got a resume from the top of this ceiling all the way down. Amazing. So they end up leaving, and you never hear nothing from all this family you done poured into all these years. Nothing at all. Well, see you later. Can't keep you in the kingdom. Again, did Jesus know Judas?
Yes.
He knew him from the very beginning, didn't he? And Teacher Shane, when somebody leave this community, is it ever a surprise to you when they leave? He said, nope. Ain't no surprise to me either. A lot of times we just sitting there waiting. And we're not your enemies. We just say, damn, we just hope people can leave the right way. What's the right way? You came in the right way. Can't you leave the right way?
Yes.
Man, visceral attitude. Barking at walls and chewing concrete like bubble gum. And I mean, they be going in. They be going in. I'm like, what is all this? That was chewing concrete like bubble gum. Man, they be going in. But y'all need to know this, because y'all need to know, because remember Paul said we're not ignorant of the devil's devices. The devil has many devices. And the people that's got good words, fair speeches, they deceive the heart of the simple. Lips smoother than butter. Y'all better be careful. We don't accept bribes in Israel. I don't give a damn how much money you got or don't got. We ain't accept no bribe. We are sitting in the seat of judgment that Yah's give. And things will be done righteously. Read on, T. Let's finish this out. Oh, man, we a little bit long. Said we're going to be long. Well, I guess I lied then, huh? Come on.
And all that believed were together, and had all things common. Sold their possessions and goods, and parted them to all men as every man had need.
Teacher, how many people come up to the community and sold every damn thing that we know? Ain't nobody sold nothing. We did that. They ain't did this. I literally sold every damn thing. You remember the yard sale we had out in front of it? Man, we sold every damn thing. I was selling stuff, man. I'm telling you, I was selling stuff so damn cheap. I was selling pictures that would cost $400, $500, $600 for $2. Quarter, nickel, now that free. Take it. Am I exaggerating?
No,
Free, take it. The book says sell all. That's all I knew. That's all I had faith for. Just believe the book. And you're going to sit and think you sit in the seat of ridicule after 30 years of labor in this vineyard right here that you can judge, any of y'all can judge me? And when the people out there that are talking have not even sacrificed a tenth of what I've done, man, I laugh. Yes. I know what faith is. That I do know. So excuse me if it's hard for me to receive y'all judgments out there, because you ain't got nothing to show for it.
Me.
That's real talk. When I get finished and everything is done, be the Father's will, every Israelite that's in the watch of Yah, they're going to have plenty to show for it because it all belongs to Yah. Every single bit of it. You know, I know that. We came into this world with nothing. Oh, I know. I got a son 6 months old. I watch him come in. He ain't had nothing. And I planted older men, my own father and all that in the grave. They left with nothing. And we going the same way. You came with nothing, gonna leave with nothing. But what is gonna remain is what you've done for Yah. That is going to echo throughout all of eternity. And you know what? Yah is not unfaithful or ungrateful to forget your labor of love that you have showed towards him. Or your sacrifice. There's nothing that we are doing that is in vain. Not one thing. But y'all need to remember this, Israel. Through much tribulation shall you enter into the kingdom of Yah. There is great joy in great tribulation. Many are the affliction of the righteous, but Yah deliver them out of them all. No weapon that is formed against you shall prosper. And every tongue that rises up against you in judgment, you shall condemn. This is the heritage of the children of Yah. I mean, I go on all day long, all these promises and stuff. You better have them inside of you to know what you're standing on. You better be standing on that word that was from the beginning, from everlasting to everlasting to everlasting.
Yes.
Elder Rob said, I got more football stuff to get rid of. Can you imagine all? Give me Rob a bit. We're going to preach Rob here. Give me Rob a bit. That's Rob. Preach Rob. Rob said, I got more football stuff to get rid of. Old Mathis. Preach Rob. Preach Rob. You know what's amazing? As great as the man this man was on the NFL gridiron, he's gonna be greater in the kingdom. This man is unproven and shown. I got a damn thing in this world gonna keep my soul from me in the kingdom. Ain't gonna happen. Huh? Tell me this ain't a good broadcast night, though. Oh, what'd you finish off at?
Verse 45.
All right, come on. We got one more verse and we done. I want to keep going, but we'll stop it right here. Come on.
And they, continuing daily, with one accord in the temple, and breaking bread from house to house, did eat their meat with gladness and singleness of heart, praising Yah, and having favor with all the people. And Yah added to the assembly daily such as should be saved.
So if you get added, what can Satan do to take you away? That's the key right there. What did Satan sell Adam and Eve? What did he? Come on, man. Most of y'all knew the persecution you was entering into when you first came to this. Have you gotten weary in well-doing? The book says, in due season you shall reap. All you got to do is don't faint. Just don't faint. Man, you got people wearing you out left and right, man. The accuser of the brother. And you got these fork-tongued serpents, man. They sound good. Ain't got no scripture in what they saying, but they got that boy, they sound good. Ooh-wee. Y'all better consider your soul. If you don't give a damn about your soul, look over to your children, your seed, and make sure you consider your soul. Y'all just heard the truth and the truth straightway. Brothers, I'll give y'all the last word. Y'all got the last word here tonight. Y'all good? Hallelujah. Anyway, it's good to have y'all up here. So my question is when y'all gonna come up here for that 3 days like I told y'all to? You know, Straitway, Georgia, and then Alabama after y'all before the feast. Man, y'all need to call up here and get it on the calendar. Get with Brother Vernon. All y'all get together. Because y'all need to come up here 3 days so y'all can learn how communities really operate. Instead of being told, this is what they do, you get to see it for yourself. You get to experience it for yourself. I seen y'all when y'all pulled up on land day. Y'all boys, y'all notice I just waited. I didn't even wait, but y'all looked at y'all and kept going. Y'all didn't notice that? You noticed that. So I didn't turn cartwheels and flips and everything else because you were here. Why am I supposed to be excited when you're already in the kingdom? Oh, never mind. Never mind. You're already in the kingdom, supposed to be excited. Now, when I get time, I'll come and give you a hug and say hi. But isn't that crazy, though? Here I am, the greater, coming to the lesser, paying homage. They still don't get it. I saw an abomination on the earth. I saw kings walking beside horses and servants upon it. Y'all can understand that? Now everybody waits for Pastor Dowell to come and say hi, and nobody come say hi to Pastor Dowell. Isn't that damn something? Well, I be damned. I lost them all. They still don't know what the hell's going on. They think I'm speaking in tongues. They think I'm all speaking in tongues. Anyway, hey, we bless you all in the sweet precious and strong and victorious and mighty overcoming name of our soon coming King Yahshua the HaMashiach, Jesus, the only Messiah that there ever will be for real true Israel. He is the King, and he's the King that is coming. Be the Father's will. We see y'all tomorrow morning, 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. That is our prayer. I want y'all to be encouraged, be prayerful. Make sure y'all don't waste not a second, day, time, or a minute or an hour outside of the servitude of the Most High God. He's worthy. The King is coming. Bless y'all, Israel. Glory to the King. Uh-oh. Look at him looking.